Hey guys, welcome back to Life of Larry LOL. This is our second round of videos that we're doing right now to keep you guys excited about what's coming next. And today we're starting here on the list of topics, Dad to 7 kids. And we're fortunate and blessed to have my youngest daughter here with me today, Britt. And son, she's here to tell you about your dad, not the one that you knew, but the dad that she knows. So let's kick it off, baby. What do you got to say?
Okay. So a lot of the memories that I have aren't really from like early childhood. I guess I remember like the biggest thing that I would remember was probably um going to see Jurassic Park and then initially being like traumatized about dinosaurs, but then I remember after that like actually getting really into dinosaurs, and that was something that like when I got older, um I know there was a couple times that you actually took me to Build-A-Bear, or I went to Build-A-Bear to build dinosaurs because they had dinosaurs there. And then I would like put them all on the couch and watch Jurassic Park, and you would sit in your chair sometimes and we'd watch Jurassic Park. So that ended up being kind of like a bonding thing for us, I think.
Well, how old were you when my first attempt to destroy you mentally?
God, Jurassic Park came out in what, like 92 or 93? So I had to have been 2 or 3 at the most, like
Right,
maybe 4 at the oldest.
right.
Yeah, that
I
was
want to
before
thank
But
my
you
time for
recovered.
sure.
yeah, no, I
I'm
love
sorry, son.
Jurassic
Go
Park.
ahead.
It's one of my favorite series. But yeah, no, so aside from, just like probably the most the biggest thing that I could remember from my early childhood, like, was the Peddlin' for Paula campaign. I do remember bits and pieces from that. um about like fundraising for Paula, and I remember seeing a video of you on the news, and I always thought that was like a really selfless thing to do for someone. And so that kind of like, showed me a little bit of like, how caring of a person you are, and like how you really try to go out of your way to help people when they need it. And that definitely made an impact on me, I think, as a young kid. um and then, just like the silly little memories of like, there was several times where I put on your uniforms that were way too big for me and stuff. But
So
as
you
I got
got one
older,
of
I
your
have like
own.
definitely, yeah, I did get one of my own. Um, but yeah, no, like I guess probably like the most solid memory I have was probably when we were older, was probably when you got hired at Disneyland. And I know we talked about this last time that we
Yeah,
talked, but that is definitely like
there
a
he
core
is.
memory for me. It was when you got hired at Disneyland. I remember you
Yeah.
interviewing there, and like then when you came home with the stuffed animals, and I was on the stairs saying I was so happy that I was laughing and crying at the same time. And yeah, no, so that definitely opened the door for a lot of like things that we got to do together too, as in terms of like getting to go to Disneyland, and just spending time with me and trying to show interest in my interests as well. You were always really good at that. um it- you I mean, I don't know how many concerts you took me to in junior high and high school. I mean, you were out there at Warped Tour every summer in the heat, sitting there with a book and a bottle of water. Like, you were in the seedy little nightclub places, sitting in the back with your earplugs, like just to make sure that I was safe and still getting to do the things that I wanted to do. And I really like, at the time it was kind of like, oh, my dad's over in the corner with his earplugs. But now, like, looking back, like, I really appreciate like that you were willing to, do that for me to make sure that I could still enjoy the things that I enjoyed, but
You bet.
safely.
Screamo
So
groups. I called them Screamo. What were
yeah.
some of
Well,
their
that was the
names? I
genre
can't
back
remember their
then.
names.
Yeah. I'll never forget the one Warped Tour when I think I ended up with heat exhaustion or something.
Oh
I
yeah, I remember
and I
hearing
went to
about
the
that.
medical tent and stuff. I don't know if you were there that year. That was when I was a little bit older. I think I was maybe like a sophomore or a junior in high school at that
No,
time.
I wasn't at that one.
But yeah, I did get heat exhaustion one year. That was because I got there, and stupid. I just drank Monster all day instead of water. So, but yeah, no, like that's kind of like a lot of the time that I got to spend with dad, like, and that did kind of lead up to like, when I was deciding what I wanted to do with my life. And, I did kind of go to dad and talk to him about, and this was a couple of times where initially when I was like, I don't know, maybe like 23, 20, 21, 22, I was talking to dad about maybe joining the Air Force. And, he really took time to like advise me on stuff like that. And then I ended up not doing it, but then I came back to it and he went with me to the recruiter's office and he was there at MEPS every time. Like he was the first person that like when I came out of the office and picked my job, he was standing right there by the door. He was like, "What did you pick?" And then I
Machinist
had to tell him I
mate.
picked machinist mate. And he went aviation. And I went,
Uh,
no.
I thought I said aviation
But
machinist
af-
mate.
but after that happened, and like I know we did talk about it, and I think I did express that like maybe I wasn't totally satisfied with the job. This man was in the recruiter's office
Wow.
with me talking to the recruiters, trying to help me and see like what he could do. So like he's always been like someone that's really like gone to bat for me. Like with things like that, and also like at home in certain situations and stuff. I don't think we necessarily need to go into like all of the personal family details and stuff, but
No,
there were situations, where dad really has gone to bat for me. And I've always appreciated that from
you're
him.
welcome. You're
He's just a
welcome. But
genuinely
I,
really caring guy.
I'm not going to admit it out loud, but I kind of liked some of those bands.
He kind
Oh
of likes
no. You
I
took a
do.
liking to him.
I can't admit it out loud though.
some of the Hawthorne Heights, some of the Silverstein. That was the era.
Uh,
Um, but yeah, no,
Yeah,
and then he did.
how many shows did dad go with you to?
I lost count.
Oh yeah.
He went to probably at least, I would say probably upwards of at least 50. I mean, we
Dang.
went to a lot because I was trying to go to a lot of shows back then, and he went to every one pretty
Yeah.
much until I
Yeah,
had a car.
I remember always like hearing the stories after the fact, it's
Yeah.
especially dads with the earplugs. He always came
Yeah.
prepared, I know that.
Yes. He was prepared.
and the
Yeah.
book, I had to have
Yeah,
something to
but he
do.
never forced the. Sorry. He never forced the earplugs on me though, because he probably knew that I probably wouldn't take them. But he never forced them on me. He never was like, "Do you want earplugs?" or anything like that.
Yeah.
I'll never forget when the mosh pit started to come for me. Everybody noticed who's the old guy sitting up on the bar, and the mosh pit started to move over there.
Yeah.
At House of Blues in Anaheim.
Yes, that's the
Yeah.
one.
Yeah. I remember that show. Yeah, the mosh pit got pretty big at that show. I think that might have been Silverstein or something like that. I don't know. It was one of those screamo bands.
Well, do you remember
Yeah.
why? You remember why I was doing that? I promised I would do that for you and with you for one reason:
I don't remember the reason, no.
to graduate high school.
I did graduate high school.
Yeah. So you weren't overly interested in all that, and you're you were in some danger of not graduating, but you did the work. I did my part. I supported
Yeah.
you and rewarded you, and you did your part. You finished your schoolwork and moved on from there.
Yeah. And now here I am
Yeah.
with this guy.
I was
Yeah.
so proud of you too when you joined the Navy because I really didn't see that coming, until you brought it up and I went with you. But I was really
Yeah.
proud of what you did in the Navy.
Yeah. And I was really happy to have you swear me in for my second contract. That's another thing that that's another memory that I'll always cherish. That was being able to have you do my oath for me for the second one. That was something that was
Yeah,
really important to me because you had
I
a big
I
impact
did
on.
I did use the odd voice though, because I didn't want to break down in the middle of it. I was a little bit choked
It's
up.
okay. It's okay. I appreciated you coming up for that.
It was fun.
You didn't
Yeah, I
have
loved
to.
it. So
Finley's being nosy.
What else have we ever done? Can you remember any of our trips to Disneyland in particular?
Um, Gosh, there were so many. I remember we used to go with, like, the whole family, like, the cousins and, like, Uncle Mike and Uncle Pat and all of them. I remember doing, like, big Disney trips.
Yeah, do you
Gosh,
remember,
I've been to Disney so many times, it's like I remember the holiday parties and everything too, and mom used to make us put on the Santa hats.
oh, yeah, we always had to dress up.
Yeah, yeah. But then, like, I just there's been so many times at Disney, you know? And then later on in high school, there were so many times where, like, dad would come up, like, just to sign us in, and then, you know.
Yeah, and then just head out.
Yeah.
While I was working, I'd come out. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, you'd
and
come out, sign us in.
I remember too, like, sometimes he would sign us in and then just ride the train, and then he would go, like, either go back to work or, just go home, so I thought that was cool. He got the probably Walt's favorite
Mhm.
ride, got to experience that, but then, yeah, I never
Yeah.
asked for it was just he was always happy to do it.
Yeah. I do remember, dad's favorite thing at Disney, besides probably the Jungle Cruise, I would say dad's favorite thing at Disney was the Abraham Lincoln Experience.
Oh, yeah, great times.
We could never, never go to this park without dad going, "Hey, just make a stop at Mr. Lincoln.
Yes.
Anybody want to make a
Uh,
stop at Mr. Lincoln?" And
It's
we'd
right
go
by
and
the
do it.
front.
Yeah,
now
the Abe
Walt is
Lincoln
there.
exhibit.
So we got to go see Mr. Lincoln when he's on. Then we got to go back and see Walt Disney when he's on.
We do, we do. We gotta make a trip out. Relive the
Right.
memories.
Yeah.
Well, do you remember anything
Um,
about Christmas decorations at Mira Mesa House?
I remember that we had this, like, star, and it was, like, the house lights almost. I don't know, I wanna say dad maybe made this decoration. It was a star, and then it had, like, these, like, strings of lights coming down that he would put across the driveway. And I remember
Yeah.
helping him lay the lights out one time, and that was a really cool Christmas decoration. That and the little plastic nativity scene that we had with the plastic Jesus, and I always wanted to go play with the little baby Jesus. And there was a couple times where I got caught in the garage, like, not even Christmas. I'd be in the garage just, like, playing with the baby Jesus, and, like, dad would come out and be like, Jesus away, like, it's not a toy. I had baby dolls in the house, like, I
Well,
was
it's
playing with the
okay.
Jesus.
Jesus enjoyed it.
I liked the baby Jesus. He was fun to play with. I think it was because, like, I only saw the nativity, the plastic nativity scene thing, around Christmas, so it was, like, a novel thing for me when I was, like, little. That and the star
Yeah.
decoration.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
remember that one for sure.
Yeah. We never
That
had
was a
another
good.
house that had a tree like that where we could set something like that up. But yeah, that was
Yeah,
fun.
in the grass and stuff, yeah.
What about Halloween? We went out for Halloween a whole bunch of times.
Yeah, I remember being Pocahontas at least once. I don't know. And I remember seeing, like, a picture of me as a baby, like, dressed as a clown, and I had, like, a clown wig on, I think,
I wonder
but I
what
don't remember,
I wonder
like.
how old you were
Yeah, I
for
had to
that
have been,
one.
like, a year old as the clown, like, I was in a diaper, so. But, yeah, I don't remember, like, any specific, like, Halloweens or anything. I remember the Christmas, and I really wanted that silly little Fisher Price dollhouse. And that was the one that was my Santa gift that year, was the
Oh,
Fisher
yeah.
Price
Right.
dollhouse.
Right.
It was on
Right.
that brick. It came out and it was on the brick fireplace in the Mira Mesa house, the one that you busted your lip on.
Oh, yeah.
Uh,
I remember that fireplace.
uh,
I remember that fireplace.
Yeah.
well, do you remember
I
what your
remember.
dad dressed up as? And the second year, Isaiah said, "Pick something new."
Uh-huh.
When he was like 6. Do you remember
Yeah.
what that costume was? No? Jack
No.
Skellington.
Oh, the
That
Jack
was my Jack
Skellington got brought
Skellington.
back out. I remember that costume. Yeah, I remember we used to say that you should like they should add like a Jack Skellington character for the Nightmare for Christmas mansion when you had that costume.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
like as an actual like walk around character, not like into the ride. I don't know if they ever did or not though.
No, they never did. They never did.
Hmm.
Yeah, that would have been a
Um,
cool uh, addition, to have like
yeah,
a live Jack Skellington walking around.
yeah,
It could have been Dad.
yeah. It could have been Dad.
Well, that's where I got that costume was at Company D. A lot of times you could get those Halloween costumes for half price.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
remember
I
Company
remember
D?
the Company D trips. Yeah.
Yeah.
Couldn't go to Disney without going to Company D,
Right.
where we got all our souvenirs. Cheaper than in the park.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There you
sometimes some
go.
collector's stuff too. You wouldn't
Yeah.
expect like I remember when they owned the Angels, they would have like angel
Hmm.
hats and stuff in there. That was
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Yeah. I remember that.
Yeah.
Didn't they? No, it was just the Angels.
Sorry,
The
what was it?
Enlisted Angels. I was just wondering if they owned any other teams or if it was just the Angels, but I think it was
I,
just the Angels.
I think they owned a
They
hockey team.
Yeah, the Mighty Ducks too for a
Yeah.
Did they
while.
own the Ducks?
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah, but that was I remember that as kind of our ritual. We would go Company
Hmm.
D and then Dad would sign us into the park.
Couldn't leave without a churro at the end.
No, that's for sure.
Uh,
Right on
Trevor's
Main Street.
go-to treat was
Gotta
a
have
churro on the main
gotta
street.
have it. Yep.
what was your favorite ride, baby, at Disneyland?
Well, are we talking pre or post DCA?
You mean you've got a DCA ride that would rank higher than a Disneyland ride? Whose daughter are you?
No, it's a favorite in each park. So
Oh,
if we're
okay. You get
talking
one of each.
Disneyland
Yeah.
Kingdom, like the Disneyland, the OG park that Walt built,
Yeah.
Space Mountain,
Yeah.
hands down.
Yeah.
Love
Yes.
space. Um, DCA. See, now we've got to harken back to the original rides. It was Tower of Terror,
Oh
but
yeah.
that's not there anymore.
Yeah.
So, and Screamin',
It's Mission
Screamin',
Breakout.
which
It's a
is,
Mission Breakout
yeah,
now.
that's Tower of Terror. It's the Guardians now. It's
Yeah.
Screamin' is now the Incredicoaster. It's the Incredibles.
Incredicoaster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that one, Screamin' was definitely up there for me as one of the favorites
Yeah.
in DCA.
I
Grizzly
agree. I
Rapids
agree
is
with that.
always good during the summer, but
Yeah. Well, tell me about your kids, my grandkids, because they're not here to present themselves for this interview. So tell me who they are and which one you like the best.
I don't have a favorite.
Mhm.
So I have my daughter is Willow. She's 10, almost. She'll be 10 in October.
Right.
Cause I'm already in my head of like, oh, she's 10 already.
That's great. That's
But
a big
Halfway to
number.
20.
yeah, so she's almost 10. She's at an age where she's starting to get into like video games a little bit more. She plays Roblox. She has Fortnite on her computer, but she hasn't really ventured into Fortnite too much. I don't think she would like the battle royale section, the shooting part, but I think she would probably like some of the other modes that they have. Like there's like Lego Fortnite and stuff, but she just hasn't ventured too much into it yet. But she's also starting to get into like makeup and perfumes and stuff. So
Yeah.
sometimes she'll do her nails and she'll come out and like show me her nails, or like she'll do her makeup and before the day, or like when she was in school, she was like towards the end of the year, she didn't want to go to school without putting perfume on. So like she's a girly girl for sure.
Right.
But yeah, no, I love her. She's so funny. The whole time she's been on vacation with her dad, she's been texting me Michael Jackson songs.
Yes.
Oh
She's
yeah.
very into Michael Jackson.
Right.
And so she's like listening to Michael Jackson all the
Yeah.
time now.
Good
It's
choice. He's a
yeah,
fantastic artist.
he is. He is. Yeah.
Yeah.
She sent me I don't know if you've heard his song Chicago.
Ooh, that's a great one.
But she sent me his song Chicago and said the beat is just so good. And I was like
Yeah.
chuckling because I was like, dude, the fact that like I just know she was sitting there listening to that song, like was really feeling it, you know what
Oh
I
yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Yes. Yes.
she loves her music for sure.
What about your
Kylan
son?
he's 5. He'll be 6
Yes.
in February. He's a little bit more simple in what he likes as opposed to like his sister. If you give him anything transportation related, he's happy. He loves cars. You guys know cars, monster trucks. He'll show you all his monster trucks and tell you all their names and everything. He's into trains and all this stuff. But recently he's been getting into, and I don't know if Willow showed him this because sometimes they'll watch things together on YouTube, but he's been really, really into the Titanic.
Wow.
He can
Okay.
tell you that the Titanic hit an iceberg. He'll tell you about how it split in half, about how it didn't fully break, and then when it started to go, he'll tell you the bow ripped apart from the bottom and went
Wow.
down, and then the rest of the ship came down. He'll tell you about how people jumped off the ship and not all of them survived in the lifeboats. And he'll tell you all about the sinking of the Titanic. He knows the captain went down with the ship.
Yeah.
Dang.
Has he
He'll tell you
seen the
the captain
movie?
went down with the ship. No, he hasn't,
Yeah,
but
good.
he knows all about it.
That's a little bit
Yeah,
too
yeah. He's too
short-lived.
little for the
Yeah.
movie yet, but he asked for a Titanic bath toy so that he can sink the Titanic when he takes baths.
Oh my gosh.
So I found him one on Walmart's website, and it's
Okay.
the Titanic, and it does break apart, and it
Oh my
comes with the
God.
iceberg,
That's
and
too
it
Wow.
comes with
much.
the iceberg. So
That's
he's so
too
funny, but
funny.
he um he's just he's a little boy. He loves to go outside, and like we went to the beach the other day and he was really into collecting seashells. And so he collected up all these seashells and brought the seashells home with him, and he was like showing me all his seashells and stuff. So he's a smart kid. He
Yeah.
starts school this year too, so
Yeah.
I'm a little nervous about it, but
I
excited
love
for
both of
him.
my grandkids. I miss them. I miss them. Yeah.
Yeah, they miss you too.
Yeah.
Kylan asks about you sometimes. Willow does too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now
Kylan's
that I got
almost.
her Goofy picture fixed, huh?
Yeah.
I think
Oh
she'll be
No,
yeah.
on the
she's
bad list for a
fun.
little
No.
while.
She has it. That's actually on her nightstand right next to her bed, her Pluto picture.
Okay.
The signed Pluto
All
picture. She put it on her nightstand right next to her bed.
right,
Oh, that's right,
baby.
because you got it signed, right?
I
Yeah.
did. I got the glass
Nice.
fixed, except this time it was display quality plexiglass I had put on it so that it wouldn't break again. Yeah.
Hmm.
Nice. Yeah, that earned you some popularity stars, I bet,
It
with
did.
Willow.
It did. I know.
Yeah. I'm sure it did.
All right, baby. Well, thank you for coming and telling your brother about your dad. I had a really fun time, and it's so good to see you. I love you so much.
Love you too, God.
All
Yeah, thank
right.
you, Britt. Love you.
Yeah, love
Okay,
you
we'll
too.
see you again soon. I love you.